Should you start a YouTube channel just to make money here in 2021? Well, today we're going to be answering that question in a real-world way. So if you're excited about this training, do me a favor and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and let's dive in and talk about all the lies and all the junk that's being fed to you online from so-called gurus teaching you methods that guarantee to get you rich overnight. Just this morning, I was looking in my email and looking at videos. I got an email from a guy who said, easy $30,000 a month strategy on YouTube without ever making videos yourself. And you would think, hey, this is pretty easy, right? Here's another one that says, copy and paste videos and earn $100 to $300 a day. Make money on YouTube. How I make $100,000 a month with just 6 simple steps. Or make $10,000 a month re-uploading videos. It says it's working in 2020. And then we see copy and paste videos to earn $100 a video, no YouTube. Fail-proof way to make $150 a day, autopilot method. So we would think that from all these emails and all this stuff that it's super easy to make a living on YouTube. But today we're going to dispel the myths and we're going to get to the truths. Because what you're going to see here is a little screenshot of the lies they like to tell you. And I got to tell you, actually, that one is pretty interesting. We're going to get to that in just a minute. And we're also going to go over here to the whiteboard and map this out so you can understand exactly what you're getting into if you want to make a living on YouTube. Now, here's an example from a guy who I subscribe to his emails. He's a popular YouTube guy teaching how easy everything is. And he literally sent me 19 emails in the span of about 4 days, which is crazy, right? So it's like, what are we going to do? Now, I got to tell you, this is what all the stuff looks like, right? You're over here, you're swimming around, you're happy, and all of a sudden someone says, $10,000 a month, $500 a day. You don't have to make videos. It's copy and paste. It's super easy, ladies and gentlemen. And the penguin's over there hopping around, and he's got his good luck charm because, truth be told, a lot of these people actually just hit the luck jackpot. So let's talk about it. This is what it looks like. You're out there. You're looking for stuff. You don't know what to do, but these guys seem to have the answer. Now let me show you what it really looks like from someone who's been doing this for 20 years. 21 years to be exact. This is what it really looks like. You got make money easy. You got the penguins up here telling you how easy it is. And then you have the below the iceberg. This is all the stuff that it really takes. And this is what they don't show you. They just show you, hey, I'm making $500 a day. It's super easy. I just woke up one day and made $500 a day, and that's all there is to it. But here's what really goes into it. When you look at it and you go deep below the iceberg, you're going to see all kinds of things, from SEO to editing, competition, titles, search, CTR, browse feature, tags, engagement, view duration, subscribers, the dreaded hockey stick, thumbnails, suggested videos, your topics, and more. And we're going to talk about this. We're going to unpack all this today because if you want to make money on YouTube, if you want to make money on the internet, we're going to dispel the myths. We're going to map it out so you see exactly what you're getting into. Now, over here on the whiteboard, you're going to see that I wrote a number, which is 1.5%. I believe I did my math right. It might be 2.5. I don't know. Right? 1.5%. Now, the studies show that right now there are about 50 million creators creating videos, Instagram, Facebook, all this stuff. Like 50 million creators that call themselves creators that want to do this for a living. Now, out of those 50 million, the estimates according to Forbes say that about 2 million are making a full-time living. Okay, so 2 million, that's not bad. That's like, it looks like a 1 in 25% chance. However, on YouTube, the statistics say that only 1.5% of the people, meaning 97, I think it might be 2.5, I don't know, I got to do my math right here, right? 97.5% of the people, how much do you think these 2.5% are making, right? What the studies show is that the vast majority of people trying to make a living on YouTube never get past the poverty line. That's right, like you can make enough to get food stamps and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking to get rich, which is what these people would have us believe, this is what we're looking at, right? You got a 2.5% chance of getting a poverty level income. But Marcus, What about people like Mr. Beast and all these other guys making millions of dollars on YouTube? Well, I gotta tell you something. I've actually met some of these people, and they work really, really hard. They're literally obsessed with making videos. And so we have to understand this, and we need to know exactly what we're getting into. Now, full disclaimer, full disclosure, the average person trying to do this stuff will make nothing. That's the cold, hard fact that no one wants to tell you. Are there ways to shortcut this? Are there ways to figure out what actually works and do what works? Absolutely. But I want you to understand that the vast majority of people that are making a living at this actually do this full-time as a job. Now, we're going to get into this and talk about how this works. We're going to talk about all this stuff here. Now, if you're excited about this training, smash the like button, because today we are looking at the rest of the iceberg. All right, you spent all this time watching the tip of the iceberg, and it's entertaining, and people have their Lambos and their fancy houses and their fancy cars and everything like that, but they don't tell you what goes on behind the scenes, not even in their courses. And I got to tell you, over the last 2 years or so, I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on various different courses just about YouTube. And I've also ran 2 channels that make money on YouTube. One that makes a lot, one that, kind of struggles. It's like breaking even. And we're going to show you everything. We're going to pull back the curtain so you understand exactly what's going on. Part number 1, we're going to talk to you about the truth about earning on YouTube. Part number 2, we're going to show you the 3 main factors to succeed. Part number 3, we're going to show you how to hyper-focus and get determination on what you want. Part 4, we're going to talk to you about consistent content creation. And part 5, we are going to talk about the big money strategies. So if you're ready, type ready in the box, put ready in the comments. Let's dive into part number 1, the truth. Now, this is an example from one channel. And again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. Some channels make pennies. Some channels make millions. We got to understand this. And we also have to understand that there's differences between screenshots. Like here, you have one of my channels that has 180,000 views last month, made a decent amount. Here's another one, 20,000, only made $64, right? So we got to look at that, and we got to understand this, and we got to focus. Now, a lot of people are going to show you those screenshots that look like this, and I want to show you how this works. The screenshot is estimating that I should be making $972 a month. I'm actually making more than that on this one. On this one, it says I should be making between $9 and $152 a month. That one's pretty accurate. Now, I got to tell you, on this channel, my best day was like $12. Right? So that was it. So like this guy's saying $500 overnight without doing anything. Just go to bed, buy my course, wake up rich. It's not going to happen. Now, are there ways to do this and make it work? Yes, there are. But I want you to know that the average amount earned is less than a penny a view. All right? So if you get 1 million views, do the math. What's the math there? We get 1 million views. I woke up tired and with a stomach ache, so I can't do math today. All right, so we'll do a penny a view. That would be $10,000 for a 1 million viewed video. Again, results not typical, implied, or guaranteed. Some videos will make more. Most videos will make that or less. Okay, so you got to understand this, and you also need to understand this fact. I've been doing YouTube since about 2012, 2016, seriously. That's when I got real serious about it. I've been uploading videos since 2006. Wish I did more with it back then. Hey, But I want you to understand, I have yet to have a video reach 1 million views. Haven't done it. But I have made a good living, and we're going to talk about that. The average video and the average site average channel is going to make less than a penny a view. Now, a lot of people out there are talking about copy and paste methods. Just copy a video and re-upload it. To me, it's absolute hogwash. What it does is pretty much akin to spam. They're telling you to spam the search engines with all this junk, and maybe you'll make $1. Well, chances are they're going to copyright your video, and you're going to get no money. That's probably what's going to happen. So if you look for a lazy way, what's going to happen is the lazy way is going to be short-lived. Okay? It's going to be short-lived. Might make a few bucks here and there, but then once they figure out what's going on, they figure out you're trying to buck the system, you're out. Why? Because you're not providing real value to the marketplace. You're not. You're just spamming. You're doing junk. Now, other people are going to tell you to go for Creative Commons. Well, Marcus, there's all these videos with Creative Commons. And they'll say, hey, make some videos based on the Creative Commons, and bam, you're ready to go. Now, very important to look at, because with Creative Commons, again, you're not providing any real value if you're just downloading and re-uploading. So it's not really good, and, you're going to get in some issues there. Next, a lot of people say no-face videos. Now, no-face videos, I'm going to give you a disclaimer here. When people say no-face videos, that means you don't have to be here, like, you could see my face here, right? You could actually do this behind the scenes with text and voiceover. This is actually a legitimate way to make money, if you do it the right way. If you just go out there and put crap out there, people don't want to watch crap. And the whole idea is that YouTube runs based on what people want to watch. If you get this, if you get nothing from this training, get this. The internet is leading towards a subscriber, viewer-based system that tells the algorithm what they want. So if you get a search engine ranking and nobody clicks it, or they click it and they leave your site, the search engine ranking is going to disappear, because that tells them, hey, nobody wants to read this. They don't care. If you get a video and it gets a bunch of people watching it, but they're only watching 10 seconds of a 20-minute video, then they're going to say, hey, this video must not be good. It's not good. We're not going to promote this anymore. You're not going to get traffic. And we got to understand that. Now, no-face videos, yes, they can be done. They can be done in a good way. You can make a crap ton of money doing them. But again, we need to focus on the viewer. You need to stop looking at internet marketing as a personal piggy bank and start looking at it as, how do I best serve the person watching? When you do this, everything's going to start to change. I started doing this like 6 months ago on one of my channels. I was like, hey, rain or shine, I'm going to put out 3 pieces of content a week. Monday, Wednesday, I come here live, and Friday. And I got to tell you, it's a grind, right? These videos, some of these videos take me like 8 hours to do. I'm working my butt off. I'm tired, but I'm focusing on what's going to give the ultimate value. And because of that, we've actually tripled in our growth rate in the last couple months just by focusing on that. And I forced myself to do content because, you know what, guys? If you want to make business money, treat it like a business. Far too many people think they're going to turn on their computer and mine the internet for magical gold, and it's not going to happen, right? Some people got lucky with that, and there's luck in every industry, but you need to understand it. The next thing we're going to talk about that no one talks about, very few people talk about this, is dynamic inventory. YouTube's inventory is constantly changing. Did you know that? Like right now, I could put out a video about any topic and probably get a couple thousand views. Any topic. So if I do like how to make money riding a clown bicycle, okay, what does that do? Well, I get a couple thousand views and people are like, yeah, that's pretty stupid. Marcus is funny on his clown bike, but it's kind of stupid. But what that does is it puts 2,000 to 3,000 new views into the YouTube algorithm for clown bicycle make money. Okay, did everyone get that? Did everyone catch that? If you caught that, things will start to change because the dynamic inventory is always changing. And it's all based on suggested views, and it's based on all this stuff and algorithms and everything like that. So we need to understand that, because what happens here is when more and more people are making more and more things, that puts more stuff into the algorithm. So you'll notice back in 2016, when you had the election, or even 2000, what was the last one? 2020, something like that, right? 2020 election, okay? What happened was a bunch of news channels made videos about the election. And they made them about Bernie, and they made them about Andrew Yang, and they made them about Biden and Trump and all these other people. All right, what did that do? That took the YouTube engine and made dynamic inventory go through the roof for these topics. This is inventory that would not have existed before. Okay, if you're getting what I'm putting down, smash a like button, let me know in the comments. Because if you understand this, you will see how channels, like there's lots of news channels that came up around this time. The Humanist Report, Jimmy Dore, you got Right Side Broadcasting. All right, these guys went from like nothing to like 1 million subscribers, and they like basically have their own news channel now because of this dynamic inventory thing. So if you understand this, this is going to start to change stuff. Now put that in your mind. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. But first, let's look at part number 2, which is the factors of success. If you're going to do YouTube, what do you expect? What do you want to plan for? Okay, now first of all, in order to make money using YouTube, you got to look at 2 things. One is pretty simple. That's getting paid by YouTube. Okay, that's like that $5,000 screenshot, the $100 screenshot. That's getting paid by YouTube. That's a check that you get from YouTube for the amount of views on your video. Pretty simple, right? That's how it works. Now, in order to get that, you need to accumulate 1,000 subscribers and I think 4,000 hours of watch time. Okay? Unless you get this, you can't even get paid by YouTube. So you got to understand that, and you got to get that. Now, there are ways to get that quicker, but you got to understand how it works. Number 2 thing you need to understand is there's other ways to profit as well. Okay, now I got to tell you, that channel where I got $5,000 in 1 month off of it, I actually made about 50 or 60,000 on other stuff from a lot of the same traffic. So you need to understand exactly how this works, and you need to get it because there are ways to make money, okay? So part 2, we need to understand the factors of success. All right, the first factor that you have, right? First factor you have is your thumbnail. This is the little image that shows up when your video loads. So like you guys came to this video because you clicked on this image. Okay? It's a thumbnail. Hopefully, the thumbnail's doing pretty good. Okay? That's the first thing you got to do. Now, what YouTube is looking at is, hey, check it out. If we show Marcus's thumbnail to 1,000 people, how many are going to click? That's your CTR, click-through rate. They're going to look at it and they're going to say, okay, 10% clicked. So out of 1,000 people we showed it to, 100 people clicked, and that's a view. They watched the video, right? That's how it works. So they watch the video, they play the video. Great, wonderful, grand. Now, the second thing we need to look at, first, we got to get a lot of people to click. Because if people aren't clicking, they're not going to show your thumbnail to more people, right? They're not going to be like, oh, well, nobody's clicking, but hey, I like this thumbnail. They don't care. They don't care. They just care about how many people click. So we got to understand here what's going on. So the first thing is CTR, which is click-through rate. That's one of the things here, okay? CTR or click-through rate. The second thing is your watch duration. So they're going to go through and be like, okay, so 1,000 people we showed it to, 10% clicked. Out of those 10%, how long are they watching the video, right? How long do they watch it? So let's say it's a 10-minute video. Are they watching 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes? Or are they watching the whole 10 minutes, which is pretty much damn near impossible to look at, okay? So we got to understand how that works. Now, what YouTube's going to do is they're going to say, okay, he got 1,000 people to view the thumbnail, 100 clicked, and how many watched? And this is the view duration, okay? And they're going to look at that and say, we want to promote videos that have the highest click-through rate and a good watch time. And this is going to be based about other videos in your market. So if you're making a video about magic tricks, right? Let's say you got the Ace of Diamonds here, right? You got your video about magic tricks. And they say, well, the average magic trick video gets like a 15% CTR. You need to beat that. Well, the average video gets a 15% CTR and a 3-minute watch time. So if you come out here and you do a video and yours gets 15% and you got a 6-minute watch time, who do you think they're going to promote? Obviously this one, okay? So you got to understand this. You need to see how it works. Then you got to understand it's about building and getting better. Now, I'm going to ask you at the get-go, how many of you guys want to do this for a living? Like, how many of you guys are serious about it? You understand the copy and paste magic software that's going to make you rich only makes the guy who created the software rich. Right? That's what it does. All right, there's nothing out there that's going to guarantee you long-term money, long-term stuff. So you got to understand this. With that said, how many of you guys want to do this? How many of you guys, if you could trade your full-time job for a full-time YouTube and make the same amount, you'd be like, yes, that's a good trade. I'll work 8 hours a day. I'd rather do YouTube. I'd rather do real world stuff. And we got to understand exactly what's going on because it's going to take work, it's going to take building, and it's going to take growing. But there are some things you can look at that work, right? Because here's the deal. 97.5% of creators are making nothing. Okay? They're making nothing or very little. 2.5% are making a decent amount. Okay? Money. So what are we going to do? We're going to go and we're going to look at what the 2.5% do. Okay? Success leaves clues. You can reverse engineer damn near everything. And sometimes you know what to put out there and it's going to work. Now, it's an odds game. I've heard odds out there that say, hey, you know what? 1 out of 20 videos is going to do good. And so 1 out of 20 videos is going to do good. And I see this pretty accurate. Like I'll put out, 20 videos and a couple of them will do decent and one of them will take off and do really well, which will drive the whole channel, which will make people watch other stuff, which will drive my revenue through the roof on my YouTube earnings and other earnings. It's like a big engine, right? But we have to go through and we have to start this engine going, right? We got to start this engine going and we got to make it work. No BS says he's making 6 figures a year. Good. You're part of that 2.5%, right? And we got to look at that and say, what are we going to do to get here? Because far too many people don't focus on the right thing, and we need to focus on the right thing. We need to focus on both algorithms and people. We need to focus on algorithm and people. We need to understand exactly what's going on. Now, part number 3 is all about focus. Can you go out there? Okay, let's say, well, what about a no-face video, Marcus? I don't want to put my face out there. I want no-face video, and I want to make $100,000 a year. That's what I want to do, right? How many of you guys out there, you're like, yeah, I want to make no-face videos, and I want to make $100,000 a year, all right? Again, your odds of doing that are pretty small, but there are things that you can look at that will work. We have to understand exactly what's out there, what people are watching, what they're doing, why videos take off, and why everything works. And once we understand that, that's where the rubber meets the road. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start with your market. Okay, this is the first thing you need to do. If you want to make money on the YouTubes on 2021, you need to focus on a niche. Now, some people say, Marcus, I'm going to do, the health niche or this niche or that niche. Don't start there. That's too broad. I'm going to go in the money niche. Okay? Start specific. What are you going to do? Not the money niche. I'm going to go in the affiliate marketing or the ClickBank or this or that. Not bodybuilding. Instead, go for maybe I'm the abs guy or I'm this guy. And what you're going to do is you're going to start small based on how people search. Okay, this is a secret here. You're going to start small based on how people search. How people search. And you can watch my keyword tool videos and you'll learn exactly how this works. If you're not subscribed, click the bell, watch my keyword videos. So you're going to focus on how people search. What are they looking for, right? One of my top videos that gets a lot of search traffic is the video I did on how the Honey app makes money, right? Good video, gets lots of views, drives lots of subscribers, doesn't make a lot of money, right? It's not one of my top performing earning videos, but it drives the engine. And you got to understand that. So what you're going to do is you'll be like, okay, well, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do ab workouts. And then maybe I'll review ab products. And then maybe I'll do I'll show them how to make a printable ab worksheet or whatever, okay? And I'm going to be the best damn ab workout guy on YouTube that ever existed. And if you do this, things will start to change. I made a goal to myself about 6 months ago. I want to be the best make money online affiliate teacher on YouTube. That's what I want to do. I want to be the best. I want to give you guys the best information. I want to get the best crowd. I want to teach you guys honest methods that really work. And I want to spend less time selling stuff and more time teaching stuff. Once I did that, the shift happened. And I went from like 60,000 views to about 280,000 and tripled my revenue. And on the other stuff, it's all funneling that as well. Because what you're going to realize is that with an ab channel, okay, you're going to make a little bit on your ads, right? You make a little bit. You make like, 2 cents a view, 1 cent a view, or less than a penny a view or something like that. But you're going to get a bunch of people interested in abs. That's what you want. I don't want a little check from some revenue or whatever. I want a bunch of people interested in a topic. This is what we call influence. Because once they are influenced to like my stuff, now they're going to buy other stuff. Now I can promote affiliate offers. Now I can go through and do whatever it is I want. Now I can build a mailing list. And the magic word to making this work is you deliberately make a video based on notes. So like right now, you guys see my notes here. There's a bunch of notes on YouTube, bunch of notes on all kinds of things. And if you want to get these notes, you can go to videohacks.com and get these notes, right? See how easy that is? Videohacks.com. You go there, you get my notes. And you're like, hey, that's pretty cool. So I go through and I get the notes. This is what you want to do. Hey, here's my ab workout routine. Do you want a printable PDF so you can take this to the gym and do your ab workout routine? Good. Go to my website, whatever.com or whatever it is, okay? And we're going to go through and we're going to build our group this way. And I'm going to tell you, this is how you build. And there's lots of people making peanuts. We'll put a 1 cent because I'm not going to try to draw a peanut, right? And we got our 1 cent here. They're making peanuts on ads, but they're making dollars on their other stuff because they understand how this works, right? Even top YouTubers, they're making money in lots of other ways. And we're going to talk about the other ways. We're going to show you the other ways. We're going to show you how this works in a real world way. But you got to be willing to do the work. It's going to take work. I don't have a magic software. I don't have some magic genie thing. You got to get out there and you got to do it. And you got to provide the content and you got to provide the value. Now, hint, sometimes it's not that hard. Sometimes all you got to do is answer the questions people are asking on search, make a little video about it or outsource it or whatever, and you can build this in an easy way. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to follow the plan. You're going to go to your keyword tool and you're going to type your niche in, okay? And you might see things like workout, belly fat, whatever. You're going to take this list of keywords and you're going to start to make content based on these keywords. It's actually very, very simple. You make content. And by the time you get down here, like if you make 1 piece of content a day or 3 a week or 1 a week or whatever it is, as time goes on, you're going to get better. You're going to get better. It's going to get easier. You just have to do it. You got to go out there and do it. And you got to understand these keywords are what drives it. So I make a video about this keyword. People watch it. I get better. People watch it. And what's going to happen is you're going to have a compounding effect. 1, because you got more content. The more feet you have or more irons in the fire, the more something happens. I don't remember that quote, but the more stuff you have out there, the more viewers you're going to get if you do it right, right? Like if you get 1 video view for every video and you make 1,000 videos, you're going to get 1,000 views. If you get 10, you're going to get 10,000 views, and it's going to build and grow. And some of these will do really well. Some will do really well, and that's going to drive that one, and that's going to drive that one. And all the while, you're going to get better and better and better. Now, when I said, are there ways to shortcut this? Absolutely, there are ways to shortcut this. There are videos, like the video I did on my sobriety channel. Let me see if I can find it for you. I think it's called 10 Things That Happened When I Quit Drinking. Let's see if I can show it here. We'll go on YouTube. So if I go here and I do 10 things that happened when I quit drinking in the old YouTube, right? I knew this video was going to do well. It wasn't a question. Like, I went out there and I was like, I don't really want to make a video about this topic. Like, I really didn't care. Like, what I wanted to do is teach people what I did to get sober. That's what this channel's about. Now, when I put this video out, I knew it was going to work well because I focused on the dynamic inventory. The dynamic inventory was because this guy, look, it just happens he's around 4 years ago, and there's a couple others that were around that time ago as well. That's why I made the video, because other people had videos about 10 surprising things that happened when I quit drinking alcohol. Boom, there we go. And so we got to understand exactly how that works. I knew that was going to work, and I've done this time and time again where I know certain things are going to do well. There's one I put up recently. I think it was on Pinterest marketing or something like that. Let me see if I can find it here. That's my other one. Pinterest. There it is. This video here. Okay? I knew this was going to do pretty good, right? 13,000 views on this video in 1 month was pretty good. That's 13,000 people who saw my message, people who subscribed, stuff that drove my other stuff. Now, what we're looking at is we're looking at a baseline. Okay? What you need to do is change your baseline. Okay? My baseline used to be like 300 views a day, 1,000 views a day. Now my baseline goal is I want to be at 10,000 views a day. And I know that 10,000 views a day to me means a lot of money. A lot of money, like game changer kind of cash, right? Because I'm doing it right. Now I make a little bit on some other stuff, but you need to understand exactly how this works. And you need to understand that when you go out there, there is certain things that you're going to take your topic and turn them into. So step 1, find your keyword. Step 2, look what others are doing. Look at YouTube as a consumer. If I was watching a video about Pinterest, what would I want to see? If I was watching a video about working out, what would I want to see? What are other people doing? Where are the views coming from? Now, the place I got the keyword for this one, actually this one, the Pinterest one, I found a lot of other people making videos about Pinterest. That's how I found that, right? I didn't use a keyword tool. I knew, sorry, I keep hitting the camera. I knew that people look up Pinterest, but I wasn't going for search. Like those 13,000 views came from suggested views, not search. And that's what we're talking about when we're looking at dynamic inventory. Because here's the deal, right? You might have a keyword like how honey makes money, okay? Now, if you were to Google this, how honey makes money, how honey makes money, okay? This term is looked up, I think, like a couple thousand times a month, okay? Now, what you're going to see is if you do a Google search for this word, how honey makes money, okay, you got my video down here, okay? That's my video. This video's done pretty good. It's mostly search traffic, so we look at it, we're like, okay, cool. So it's got like 70,000 views. Great, wonderful. Now, what's going to happen is this video, if it does well, okay, people like it, they watch the video, what's going to happen is YouTube is then going to show that to other people watching similar videos. This is where the magic happens, okay? Far too many people are focused on search, and search is good. You can grow and you can make money. Focus on search, but shoot for suggested. What's going to happen here is your views are going to go through the roof. Every video I've had that's done over 100,000 views on it has been from taking off in this algorithm. And again, I'm a small potato. There's people out there that get more views in an hour than I've gotten in the lifetime of my channel. But again, this is about what you want. You're going to be tempted to get into the comparison game. Well, you know, Marcus is making this and this other guy's making this, and I'm not happy. Okay, focus on what you want. I set out and I said, I want to stay home. I want to stay home. Don't want my wife to work. I want to stay home. I want my kids to be here every day after school. That's what I want to do. And I was able to build that life for 21 years. My youngest is graduating high school. That means we put both kids through private school. I've stayed home the entire time. Pretty cool, right? And so we look at this and it's like, what do you want? Forget the comparison game. Forget what the gurus are doing. Forget what the gurus are saying. I am more excited by watching a random person do well than I am watching a guru. Why? Because I can learn what the other person's doing, right? The guru might have a course and whatever, but they're not showing me the ins and outs of how this works. They're not showing me exactly what it takes to go in the trenches and make this happen for most of them. And I spent tens of thousands of dollars on guru courses, and they don't teach you the real world stuff. I mean, there's some things. There's some good stuff in some of them. One of them I spent $2,000 on. There was some good stuff. Is it something where a normal person can fire up the program and make money? Most likely no. Okay, you got to do the work. You got to get out there. There is an aspect that you have to go out there and learn this stuff on your own. It's like riding a bike. I could teach you how to ride a bike. I could make a diagram. What you're going to do is you need to balance your bike this way. And here's our bike, right? Got to balance your bike this way. And you get on this way, and the inertia is going to take you forward, and you're going to want to fall this way. But what you need to do is move your body slightly. Okay? I could give you all the advice in the world, but until you get on the bike, you're not going to understand any of it. It's not going to make any sense. Nothing. And until you make your first video, until you go out there and understand how things work, you're not going to understand this. You're not going to get it. You need to go out there and do the work and understand exactly how it works. Now, when you focus on the plan, it will work if you do it long enough. Now, I don't know what you'll make. Some people will take off and do crazy. Some people will struggle. But if you follow a plan, you will get some results, right? You'll get some and you'll learn. And if you go out there, and I think it was Mr. Beast or someone said, go make 1,000 crappy videos. Okay, you're going to get better. Your first video is my first video sucked. Like, I look like an idiot. I look like one now, but back then I really looked like an idiot, right? And now I'm at, 825 videos on this channel alone. I've gotten better. And guess what? Back in the old days, it used to take me a long time to do a video. Now I can do one in a couple of hours. And so we got to understand exactly how this works, and we got to understand what people want to watch. And we got to have thick skin, because guess what? Some people are very vocal about telling you what they like and don't like. And that's fine. I'm here to make money, not to make friends. That's what I'm here for. And you got to understand this stuff, because if you treat this like a business and stop messing around with this automated push button stuff, you got to understand exactly how it works, right? You got to understand exactly what's going on, right? So you need to get it. Now, when we do this, if you follow the plan, and you're like, okay, I got 100 keywords. I'm going to make 100 videos. They're going to get views. You'll get some. Some might be like 5 views. Some might be 5,000 views. Some might be 500,000 views. And you need to understand how this works. Now, for me, this channel is about to hit 5 million views. Okay? There's other people out there that they get this in an hour. 1 hour. Right? 1 hour. Does that bother me? No. Because why? Because this drives the engine that pays for my life. Right? There you go. Something that drives it. You go through, you say, this is what I want to do. And you set yourself a goal, and you say, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? Right? I got a buddy. I got a lot of people. I've hung out with a lot of YouTubers. I got a buddy who does a plumbing site. Teaches people how to fix plumbing stuff. Makes a full-time living. I got a buddy who draws. This dude from Australia. Right? He makes pretty decent cash. I don't think he's like raking it in, but he makes some good money drawing dinosaurs and stuff. And he literally just gets his pen and draws a dinosaur, and that's his video. Other people do magic tricks. Some people do no-face videos where they're sharing something or reading or whatever it is. And if you understand how this works, this is where the game starts to change. There's other people with meditation channels. They use resell rights or reprint rights music and clips. You can get it at videoblocks.com for like $50 a month. You put them together, you make a meditation video. Or there's people out there that have videos that literally have 10 hours of rain so people can fall asleep. And these people are making a fortune doing it the right way. But the key is in understanding how to do it, because you're going to start and you're going to be like, hey, check this out. I did this and my first video got 1,000 views, but I only made $2.19. And you'd be like, Marcus, hey, what the hell, dude? Like, come on, $2.19? What, am I going to buy a Big Mac? I think a Big Mac's even more than that. I don't know. I Probably shouldn't eat a Big Mac anyway, right? And so you look at that and it's like, okay, 219, what am I going to do? Well, you look at it and you say 1,000 people. This is what people don't understand. This is where social media goes wrong. You got 1,000 people that are distracted by anything and everything that they could get on their phone. Anything and everything. They're scrolling like this. The other day I was at a concert and there's a person scrolling through Instagram so fast I couldn't even see it. Couldn't even see it. And I got those people to stop and watch me. 1,000 of them right now. Over 172 people. We had over 1,000 people so far. Stop what they're doing and watch this video. Think about that. Okay, you might go, well, Marcus, 1,000 people. There's other people who get 1,000,000 views. Yeah, okay, I can't compete with a kangaroo that dances. I mean, I can't do that. But I can get specific people I want. And this is the key. What audience do you want? Very important. This is a lesson that I've learned, all right? Someone in there was talking about Mr. Beast. I think Mr. Beast is a fantastic, probably the best YouTuber of our time. Just a genius when it comes to this stuff. And he does good stuff, right? Gives away money and helps people out. Great guy. And we go through and we look at this, and we're like, okay, Mr. Beast gets like 50 million views on a brand new video. I don't even care what it's about. It could be about him tying his shoe and he'll get 50 million views, right? But what kind of views are those? Okay, because here's the thing. On YouTube, not all views are equal. This is where people fail. They say, I just want views. That's all I want, Marcus. I want 50,000 views. I want 100,000 views. I want views, and subscribers. I don't. I actually found this out. I had a video that did really well. It was get paid per click. Let me see if I can find it for you. You guys might have seen it. And I got like 40,000 views in a couple of weeks or something like that. Let me see. What is it? Pay per click, something like that. There it is. Okay, this video here, get paid per click, and I went through some stuff. Now I got 47,000 views in 4 months. That's 10,000 views a month, 300 views a day. That's 300 people who stopped what they're doing, came and watched my video about a topic of making money, which is what I teach, which is my entire back-end funnel, which is how I make money. Interesting. Now, I noticed something. Because I went, to be all honesty, I went a little clickbaity on that one. Now I do deliver on the promise, but it's a little clickbaity. Right? You got to have a little sprinkle of clickbait to get people to click, right? But then you got to deliver on it. Now I noticed that a lot of the traffic from that video came from places like India and all kinds of places. What's the other one? Nigeria. Okay, nothing against these countries. It's just lower income countries don't have the funds to buy products that I sell. Now I noticed that a lot of that traffic was worth far less. Even on sponsored ads, it's going to be worth less because people pay less for different countries. It's just a fact. That's a fact, right? You go out there and you're like, okay, this is what they're willing to pay per country. Now, in addition to that, there's other stuff, like my video on how honey makes money. Okay? This gets a more generic audience. These are people like, ooh, hey, what's the honey app do? They're not looking to make money. So it's not as specific as I could be. Okay, now sometimes you might want to branch out to get more. Monday's video was about Etsy, and I wanted a different demographic with that video, a demographic that I don't usually get. I wanted to tackle that demographic, so I made that video to get that demographic. It's a little bit more broad. So what's going to happen here is if you make a video about a cat dancing, okay, that's going to pull the algorithm. Now, the algorithm is a lot like Google AdSense. Okay, so if you're doing monetized stuff, cat dancing doesn't pay very much, right? Advertisers are not like jumping over hoops to advertise on your cat dancing video. Now, if you have a video about travel, okay, that might be worth a little more. Maybe they're paying 3 cents. And again, these are hypothetical. I don't know what they pay. Or maybe you're in the niche for credit cards. I got a buddy, haven't talked to him for a while, but I want to get him on one of our trainings. And he has a site about travel rewards credit cards. He's making like 10,000 bucks a month with it. Probably a lot more now. I haven't talked to him in like 2 years or something like that. But he's making 10,000 a month because this triggers high-paying ads, right? So again, your topics and your strategy is what's going to work. And these are the things that's going to help you with what you want to do. For example, here on my channel, you guys are interested in website stuff. You might be interested in hosting. I know hosting is one of the highest paying demographics. I make a video about hosting, boom, there it goes. I make a video about keyword tools. Those keyword tool guys pay a fortune. Or even these guys out there, which I think are brilliant. Do you ever see those guys that are talking about fake gurus? Fake gurus. Okay? Fake gurus. And they go out there and they talk about fake gurus. And they're like, okay, how am I going to do this? Well, let's reverse engineer it, because guess what? Even these guys talking about how you can't make money online, they're making money online. That's what they're doing. And they're making a lot of it because this demographic pays like crazy. So what did they do? Let's reverse engineer it. Again, don't pay attention to the gurus. Pay attention to the people getting the results in crazy niches. What they did is they went for person one. Now, again, this could be subject to some issues depending on what you do. You don't want to go out there and be like, this is why this movie sucks, if you don't have the rights to talk about that. All right? You could Google that. I'm not a lawyer. You could Google and figure out what is fair use and what is not fair use. Apparently for them, they got some pretty good fair use. They say person one, person two, and what they're doing is they're piggybacking on all the traffic. Okay? And this is a secret. If you get it, your life's about to change if you do it right. All right? And they capitalize on all the traffic from all these fake gurus, and they get people to watch their video, and they're like, this guy is a scammer, and this guy is a ripoff, and this guy has a funny hat, and this guy has this. And I think it's good because sometimes they're doing a service. There are people out there that are, teaching wrong stuff or trying to give you pie in the sky stuff, whatever. Okay? And because of that, they trigger expensive ads and they're making money. Now, the way that this works is because they focused on the people, right? That's how they got their traffic. Same kind of thing with other people that are talking about news events or this or that or reviews. There's lots of people who do reviews. Here, I'm going to review this product. What does that do? Now, instead of getting traffic for a basketball hoop, which is difficult, now I'm getting a traffic for the word, I don't know, what's a basketball hoop brand? Hoopmaster, Hoopster 5016, right? Now I get traffic for that. It's a lot easier to get traffic than this than it is this. It's a lot easier to get traffic for, Guru 5 Scam, which is the guy's name, than it is to get traffic and make money online. Did you guys get that? If you got that, smash a like button. Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the chat box, because if you get this, now all you got to do is follow that plan. What are people watching in your market? Who do I want to reach, and how can I capitalize on traffic? Now, let me tell you about a little company that did this. Right, I'm going to write it here, and we'll see if you can guess who the company is. Okay? The company is Amazon. Amazon is one of the most powerful companies in the world. Their founder is one of the richest guys on the planet, to the tune of like hundreds of billions of dollars, which, if you don't know how much $100 billion is, let's break it down, right? That means if you have $100,000 in your account, for every $1 you have, he's got $1 million. For every $1. Think about that. Now, how did Amazon grow? Amazon could have came out there and said, oh, well, we're going to sell everything. We're going to sell everything. I'm going to put some lighters. I'm going to put some coffee cups. I'm going to sell this little doodad here. And guess what? I bought all that crap on Amazon, so they do sell it. But in the beginning, he said, I'm going to focus on books. Ding, ding, ding. Did you get an aha moment? He said, I'm going to focus on books. Why would I focus on books? Because if I try to rank myself for how to buy everything on the internet, it's not going to work. Instead, he said, well, I can make a web page about, The Body Keeps the Score. Good book, by the way. Keeps score. Okay, I could rank for that. There ain't no competition for that. Now I rank for that and I sell a book and someone comes in and says, I bought on Amazon. It was a good experience. Now I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And because there was millions of book titles available, they got millions of traffic and Amazon is now what it is today. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Everyone talks about this. Oh, Jeff Bezos is so rich. He's smart. And he just started this online store. And you're looking at the tip of the iceberg, but you're not seeing how he did it, which is all this stuff down here. I'm showing you the stuff down there that you won't even learn in courses. You won't even learn it. It doesn't show it. The last course that taught me this stuff was a course I bought in 1999 or 2000. It's not even available today because I got that course. And I was like, hey, that taught me some good stuff, right? So we got to look at this. This is how it works if you understand this. And if you look at it, what does your old buddy Marcus do? Watch this. The Body Keeps the Score. Okay? Check this out. Some of the ways that I actually grew my sobriety YouTube channel is by doing book reviews. Right? We go out there and we're like, hey, this is what I thought about this book. This is what it's going to teach you. And here we go. Right? Let me see if I can find it here. Bear with me 1 second. It's been a while since I put that video up. Where'd it go? All the thumbnails are looking the same. There it is. Right here. Body Keeps the Score. All right. What did I do? I got 5.8 thousand people who are interested in this. I also did a couple other book reviews. Right? Are you starting to get it? There should be an aha moment somewhere in there. If you got an aha moment, smash that like button. Because, guys, you're going to learn. The longer you watch my videos, the more you're going to learn. A lot of people, like we had 1,200 people come on here so far. There's 200 left, which means 1,000 people just like stayed for 5 minutes or whatever. They're missing all this good stuff. And this is where the rubber meets the road. You need to train yourself to watch the whole video. I get it. We live in a world of distraction. You're distracted. You don't know what to do. Like you're sitting here and you're like, Marcus is teaching me some YouTube stuff, but I got an email that says I can make $1 million tomorrow if I just give this guy enough money. You know, maybe I'll check that email. And then you go and you do something else. But what you got to do is you got to get your plan and you got to work your plan. You make a good video, make some good topics, build a website to go along with it, right? Get a website. You go to gohubsite.com, start your first website in a couple of minutes. You get your website and you're like, hey guys, you want notes from my video? Go to my website. They join your list. You get them in other stuff. And you go through and you make it work and you build and you grow and you make it happen and you focus on the keywords. And if you do this, you'll get where you want to go. Let me do a test here. How many of you guys, and we're going to get into some good stuff in a minute. I thought this training was going to be like a half hour, but hey, we're going for it, right? Smash that like button if you guys like it. I'm going to ask you, how long have you been trying to make money online? Okay, how long since the first day you were like, I want to make money online to today? And then next to it, I want you to tell me how much you've made. Okay? So say, hey, I've been trying to make money for 10 years. So far, I've made 0. All right, I want everyone to type that in the box. If you've been doing it 1 year, made 0, 1 year, made $50, whatever it is, type it in the box, and we're going to do a little experiment here. Because I'll bet I can determine why you're not making money. Okay, so we'll wait because there's a little delay, but I want you guys to get this. I want you to understand how this works because I've been doing this 21 years. I've been seeing people come and go, struggle, get success, fall off the YouTube wagon or the money wagon or whatever it is, and you need to understand it. Okay, so here we got someone, 17 years, so far made $0. We got 1 year, $0. 12 years, $0. 2006, so that's what? 12 years, $0. 1 year, $90. Okay? 3 years and $500. Okay? 7 years, 0. 5 months, 0. 3 years, 0. Started a year ago, 0. 4 months, 300 pounds. I don't know how much that is. Call it $400. 5 years, 10,000 pounds. All right, so you guys are all fitting the mold. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get frustrated because, that's the norm, right? We looked at that. 1.75 or 2.5% make poverty or less. Or I think, 97% make poverty or less. Now, I want you to imagine this for a second. I want you to close your eyes if you're not driving. Close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to imagine the day you first started, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, a week ago, 5 months ago, whenever it was. I want you to put yourself back in that day and time. Okay? And I want you to imagine, instead of looking for ways to make money, which is what most people do. 10 years, I've been looking for a way to make money. No, you haven't. You've been buying stuff. There's lots of ways to make money. You can make money on YouTube. You can make money on Google, Facebook, blogging, Twitter, Instagram. You can make money on everything. Guess what? Most of the stuff you see, it works. Most of it does. Like, there's people out there making a fortune on this stuff. And you can open your eyes now. Now imagine if you picked one. Picked one way. This is what I did. Back in the year 2000. Said, this is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to stick with it. Imagine if you stuck with it and you said, I'm going to make a piece of content every week. So for 1 year, you'd have 52 pieces of content all out there getting you traffic. Or say you're in it to win it. One a day. 365 pieces of content. Right? Or say you do this for 10 years. 520 if you're doing one a week. 3650 if you're doing one a day. Think about that. Do you think you'd be getting something today if you did it the right way the entire time? Now, with that said, there are ways to do this good. Someone said they're doing $1,200 this month, right? And you can reverse engineer and see what those people are doing. But you have to look at this like a business. You have to stop focusing on the latest, greatest make money. Because here's the thing. People go out there and they watch make money videos. And they watch them. And you know what it does? It makes them feel productive. Well, I'm learning about how to make money online. That's what I'm doing. I feel productive. I feel good. I learned a new tactic. And then tomorrow, you got to get another fix. You got to watch another thing. And another fix. And another thing. And another fix. And down the road, you've spent thousands of dollars and you got nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. Why? Because you didn't build consistently. Because here's the deal, you're going to learn, right? Like the stuff I learned, most of it came from actually doing it. Didn't really come from courses. Like I've talked to people and I've learned from people along the way, but you have to follow the plan. And part number 4 is consistency. Consistency. You're going to learn and you're going to grow. And if you do this strategically, well, Marcus, I want to review companies and how they got rich. Good. Netflix, this, that, Walmart. And you do that. And you go down the line and you're going to get better and you're going to get views and you're going to get people and you're going to learn and you're going to grow. Credit cards. I'm going to review this one. I'm going to review this one. I'm going to review that one. And what's going to happen is you're going to have an arc. Not an arc like in the biblical sense, because, it stopped raining. Yesterday, we kind of needed an arc here in Florida. But you're going to go out there and you're going to have an arc and you'll be like, okay, maybe I've been following this stuff and I'm making, $100 a month, maybe $1,000 a month. Again, results not typical, employer guaranteed. And then all of a sudden, it's all going to compound. And you're going to be like, holy crap, now I'm making more than I ever thought possible because I just kept on the road. I kept on the road. Imagine if Jeff Bezos was like, okay, well, we're going to sell books this week. I heard that that the key is this, and he went to a different thing. He'd still be looking for a way to make money. But instead, he just said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Everyone else can do whatever they're doing. I'm going to do this. And if you focus and you say, I am going to focus. I will focus. on viewer. And focus on the viewer. What do they want to watch? Ultimately, you want the secret behind the YouTube algorithm? It's you. It's you. Right now, on this live stream, so far 1,466 people have come here. Average person has watched for about 5 minutes and 51 seconds. 82 likes, 199 people right here live right now. That's feeding info to the YouTube algorithm. The longer you watch, YouTube goes, hey, wait a minute. People are watching this. And what does YouTube want? YouTube wants people to stay on YouTube. If you could just be in a box and be like, here I am, and the only thing I do on the internet is watch YouTube videos, then YouTube is going to make a lot of money. Because the more videos you watch, the more money they make. And that's how it works. Just like a news channel. What do they want to do? They want to sensationalize and freak people out because it keeps you watching. Now, don't do that. We don't need to be weirdos here, like the news. But we can go out there and we can focus on the viewer. Learn about them. They are going to show you what they want to watch. They're going to show you what they want to do. And if you look at this and you figure out what you want to do, you can make it work. Eldemar says the market is saturated. Well, that's your choice to believe. I choose to believe it's not. And if you look at it and you say, well, is it really saturated and where can I put myself? Because here's the deal. There's a puzzle online. There's a puzzle. There's all this stuff here. And you go, where do I fit? You have to find where you fit. And if you think the market's saturated, you're not doing enough looking. Because you could go out there in any niche market. Any niche. I don't care what it is. Mortgages, refinance. Whoa, it's too competitive. Yeah, there's keywords. Think you want to learn how to do it? Watch my video on the glossary method I did the other week. We go through, we find out what people... You want to make a YouTube channel, you say, well, Marcus, I want to go into YouTube niche, but you know what? Mortgage and refinance is so competitive. So competitive, Marcus. What are we going to do? This is crazy. What you're going to do is you're going to say, well, there's people looking for cost to close. There's people looking for, what's that sheet called? H1? I think it's called an H1 sheet. Okay? These are not competitive. There's other people looking for LTV, loan to value. There's other people looking for FHA credit score. There's other people looking for all this other stuff. And you look at it and you're like, okay, I can make videos on this stuff. Mortgage? Yeah, you ain't going to get any views. If you make a video that's titled mortgage and it's just about mortgage, you ain't going to get nothing unless you're lucky. Okay? And the lucky people, they do that once and then they sell a course on how they did it, but they haven't been doing it a long time. A lot of people. Some people have courses that are great. Like my course, by the way, that you could get over at blogprofitnetwork.com. But you go through and you're like, okay, I'm not going to get anything here, but I will get stuff here. I will. And this will build and grow. And then eventually, boom, I could go for that. Right? Like you look at Mr. Beast, guy comes out with video, gets 50 million views. Why? Because he built it up. Right? Go look at his first 1,000 videos. He didn't get many views at all. Right? He got some. Some did good, but he built and learned and growed. And if you focus on these, you can get some early wins. You can get some early success. But don't expect to buy some course or do one thing and you're just going to get rich tomorrow. FHA is Federal Housing Authority, right? Or let's say you want to get tax traffic. Oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to make a video about save on taxes. I'm not. I'm going to make a video on every damn tax form that exists. Did everyone get that? Right? And don't make a video on how to save on taxes. Make a video on 1099. Make a video on how to fill out a W-4. Make a video on how to fill this out. How to fill that out. Boom. All of a sudden, you are accidentally the expert in the tax industry, and you didn't even plan it. Right? How many of you guys are understanding this? And you're getting it. This is how the big money works. You got to be consistent and learn and grow and make good content based on what people are searching for. And people are searching for tax forms and those FHA words and all those other words. And you got to go through and you got to do it. Now, the ways you're going to make money is obviously ads, right? You guys see ads here. How many of you guys have seen an ad while you've been watching this video? Okay, if you saw an ad, type ad in the box. If you saw an ad, I made a little bit of money. Pretty cool, right? But my big goal is to get you to buy my courses and my stuff, which is blogprofitnetwork.com. Okay? There we go. All right, so that's my big goal. And we look at that and we're like, okay, we can make money with that. There's other ways to make money with sponsors. Once you get a certain amount of following, people will come to you and be like, hey, I'll pay you X amount to do a video on this, or X amount to do a video on that. Or you could do affiliate marketing. I got friends that do 6 figures with Amazon alone. They review Amazon products and they're like, hey, this is how this works. Click the link in the Amazon to go get it. Right? And they make money with the Amazon affiliate program. And there's also using your influence to sell stuff, which is great. And you make it work. Now, Top 10 World says, I found some great keywords. Should I make a video on them or a blog post? Well, here's the key. You got to write the video out anyway. Or if you're filming it, so like this one I didn't write out, I just have notes. I can transcribe this and make it a blog post. So do both. Do both. Why not? Why not double dip? And when you look at this, this is where everything goes and builds. But the struggle here is the blank screen of death. People are like, what am I going to make a video on? I want to make money, but what am I going to do? That's why download and upload and copy and paste, that's why these are so popular, even though they don't work, because people are saying what it is. They're like, here's what it is. Your problem is not information overload. It's not. Information overload was created by a marketer. It's a made-up term. Because your distraction is their profit. The more distracted you are, the more stuff they can sell you. And the less you get success, the more they can sell you. And it's a big cycle. And the problem is that people are struggling with the blank screen of death. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. And what I'm telling you is refine your niche, get your list, don't get distracted, follow through. Most people are going to quit. Be like, oh, Marcus, I put 10 videos up and I'm not rich yet. Not making anything yet. Okay, yeah, you probably won't. Probably not 10 videos. I mean, you got to get out there and do the work. But if you stick with it and you grow and you build and you learn and you watch your stats and you focus on what people want, that's what works. You can't get distracted. You got to go down the list. If I'm going to go do the tax thing, I'm going to go list of the forms. I'm going to make videos on the forms. I'm going to go to mortgage glossary, or if I'm in the Forex market, Forex glossary, or if I'm in the dating market, look up all the words about dating. That's what I make videos on. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the best videos I can, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Right? Someone says he just got an email that if he buys a course, he can instantly make $1,000 a day on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. If there was a course that promised me that, it'd be easy to buy. But the fact of the matter is that stuff doesn't really exist without it, because what you're doing is you're looking at the tip of the iceberg. But below the iceberg, what goes into Twitter or what goes into YouTube? Well, you got to look at SEO. You got to learn to edit videos or outsource videos. You got to look at the competition the right way. Why did I know that those certain videos would do good? Why did I know? Now, it's a 90% chance. Like, I was 90% sure the video would do good. There was a 10% chance it could have flopped. But, I'll take that chance. It's better than the chances of buying a course guaranteeing me $1,000 a day on Twitter. I can guarantee you that ain't going to make you nothing. Right? I mean, you could probably do something with it, but the chances are it's probably just crap. And we got to look at this. There's competition. There's writing the right title. Getting in the search. Click-through rate. Browse feature. What's browse feature? Well, that's when you're looking on YouTube and you don't know what you want to watch. They suggest things to you. You get on that page, you get a jackpot like that. There's tags. There's engagement. How many people are commenting? Duration. Subscribers. Hockey stick. Thumbnail. Suggested. Topic. Everything. But I got to tell you, it all boils down to following the list of the right stuff to put in front of the right people. If you get that, you win. And if you're willing to do it. Because I tell you, we just looked at it. You people have been trying this for a long time. You've been trying for a long time. Right? We got people, $90 after a year, 2006, hasn't made nothing. Imagine what would have happened if you just followed the plan. Just followed it. You just go do it. You make it. And you make it every day or every week or whatever it is. And you focus and you grow. And if you do that, that's where you're going to learn exactly what you need to do to make this work. And if you want notes from this video, go to videohacks.com. If you want to watch the search engine stuff, subscribe, click the bell, put comments, all that fancy stuff, and you can go through and you can make this work. Again, nothing in life is guaranteed. Nothing. There is nothing guaranteed. You could buy $1 million franchise. It's still not guaranteed. They got good odds, but it's not guaranteed. Now with this, if you go through it, it's got good odds. The odds are in your favor if you stick it out and you do it right. And you reverse engineer it. Because here's the thing. There is so much data out there that you can learn from, it's not even funny. It's out there. You just go look at it and you say, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to make it work. I said, here's a video on this, like right here. You're going to want to watch this video again entirely because there's some stuff you don't even know you needed to know. You didn't even know. And you go through and you learn it. And getting that plan and going after the keywords is what's going to make it work. You can go over to videohacks.com, get a bunch of training on YouTube for free. If you want to buy my course, only after you like my stuff. If you're like, yeah, I like Marcus's videos, I'll buy his course. If you don't like my videos, I don't know what you're doing here, but you probably won't like my course. And if you want to learn this stuff, go over to blogprofitnetwork.com. I think we have that on one of the screens here. Blogprofitnetwork.com. We have a call every week. So like if you want to do YouTube or you want to do blogging or whatever, you go to blogprofitnetwork.com. You watch the videos that'll show you how to set everything up. And then you know what you do? Here's your job. Make content and show up. How many of you guys can do that? Like, hey, I'm going to make content, and then every Tuesday from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to go on the Blog Profit Network call, and I'm going to show you what I did. And you show up and you say, Marcus, I made this video, but it didn't get that many views. What would you do? And I'll answer it right there live on the call. Or you say, Marcus, I made this video, and I got 10,000 views, but I didn't make any money. What would you do? And I'll show you what I do. And you go through, and you show up. And do you think if you're making content for the next 52 weeks, and you're showing up on the calls every week for 52 weeks, do you think you're not going to start to understand this? Guys, I've been doing this 21 years, and there ain't nothing that comes close to Blog Profit Network. Nothing, right? That's why I built it. I built it because I'm like, I want to do the best training possible. And we go through, and every week we're answering your questions. And we go through and we're like, hey, there you go. And guess what? It's like $37 a month, which is $9 a call. So if you think it's worth it, yeah, go do that. How many of you guys think that this training today was worth more than $9? If you think so, type it in the box and then go to blogprofitnetwork.com and sign up, because there you can actually ask your stuff live. Sometimes we even log into people's blogs and fix their landing pages and build them themes and all kinds of stuff. There's plugins, there's all kinds of stuff. And blogprofitnetwork.com, if you like my training and you want to learn from me and you want to be able to ask questions, go sign up there and we'll see you on the inside. Subscribe, click the bell. Thanks for being here. Go forth and make some traffic with the YouTube.